Hello students, this is teacher Alan and welcome to English for Teens. Today we are going to check the present simple in interrogative form with all pronouns. Please check the next question. Do you like English? And look at this answer. Yes, I do. Do you like English is a question in present simple. And the answer too. Now we are going to check the structure of the sentence in present simple. For that, we need to use an auxiliary verb. In this case, the auxiliary verb is the conjugation of the verb do. Could be does or do. Then we need to use a noun, for example, a pronoun. Then we need to use a verb, then a complement, and finally, don't forget, write the question mark. It's very important. Related to the verb in questions, the verbs are not using letter S. Okay, now we are going to check some examples. The first example, do you smoke? Do you smoke? Check the structure. Auxiliary verb, do, noun, you, verb, smoke, question mark. Another example with a complement. Does she eat vegetables? Does she eat vegetables? Does, auxiliary verb, she, noun, eat, verb, vegetables, complement, question mark. A final example. Do they work in a company? Do they work in a company? With the same structure. Okay, now we are going talking about auxiliary verbs. In present are two auxiliary verbs, does and do. For does, we need to use that in personal pronouns she, he, and it. And do with the other pronouns I, you, we, and they. For example, do they run? Do they run? Does he run? Does he run? Okay, now we are going to check the questions and short answers with the next chart. We have these questions using the auxiliaries do and does, and the verb work as example. And I divide the short answers in affirmative and negative answers. With affirmative, we have to answer yes, and with negative, we have to answer no, but we have to add a complement in the answers. We have to add the personal pronoun and the auxiliary verb, depending on if it's positive or negative. Okay, we are going to check the next examples for that. For example, the question, do they speak English? Do they speak English? Possible answers, possible short answers. If it's affirmative answer, yes, they do. If it's negative, no, they don't. Check that. The question is with the personal pronoun they. The answer too. Answer they. Negative answer they. Okay? Now check the auxiliary verb. The question is with the auxiliary verb do. So the answer in positive is the same, do. but in negative is don't. Okay? Don't forget this rule about negative sentences in present simple. Okay, now we are going to check another example. Do we stay at home? Yes, we do. No, we don't. Okay? Don't forget that in the question and in the answer, the personal pronouns has to be there. Okay? The personal pronouns in this example is we. Do we stay at home? Yes, we do. No, we don't. Okay? Another example. Does Maluma sing reggaeton music? Yes, he does. Okay? Yes, he does. Maluma, personal pronouns is he. Auxiliary verbs does, because it's in positive. Another question. Does Madonna sing reggaeton music? The answer is negative, so is no, she doesn't. No, she doesn't. Madonna, personal pronouns is she in the answer, and the auxiliary verb is in negative, so it's doesn't. Doesn't. A final example. Does the cat eat fish? Does the cat eat fish? The answer is in positive form. And check please the personal pronouns. Remember, animal, plant, place. The personal pronoun is it. Yes, it does, is the answer. Does the cat eat fish? Yes, it does. Okay, only a brave case for questions that are related to your personal opinion or your personal experience. For example, do you drink alcohol? In this case, is different because it's the question for yourself. Okay, so do you drink alcohol? You have to answer yes or no, but you have to express by yourself, okay, with a personal pronoun I. Do you drink alcohol? In my case, no, I don't. No, I don't. Okay, now it's time for practice. Activity number 1. You have to complete the questions with does or do. So please do this task. Check please the personal pronouns. For example, your father in this case in question number 3, your father is related to personal pronouns he, your father, he, okay? So please do this task. Okay, the second activity. You have to order the words, make questions, and answer each one with your information, with your opinion. For example, in the first question, do you have a car? No, I don't. Do you have a car? No, I don't. Remember that if the question is do you have to answer I don't or do. I don't or do. Depend on if it's positive or if it's negative. Only for the question do you. The other question you have to use the personal pronouns that are corresponding with the question, okay? So please do this task and thank you for paying me attention. Bye bye.